Another day, another story. The Black Death, one of the most devastating pandemics in history, first arrived in England in 1348, rather than 1346. It was a deadly outbreak of the bubonic plague caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. The disease originated in Central Asia and spread along trade routes, eventually reaching Europe. The first cases of the Black Death in England were reported in the port of Melcombe Regis, now part of Weymouth, Dorset, in June 1348. The disease rapidly spread throughout the country, affecting both urban and rural areas. The lack of understanding about the nature of the disease and limited medical knowledge at the time contributed to its devastating impact. The Black Death had a profound effect on England's population and society. It is estimated that the disease killed between 30% and 50% of the population, leading to a significant decline in population numbers. Entire villages were wiped out, and the labor shortage that followed had long-lasting social and economic consequences. The symptoms of the Black Death included painful swellings known as buboes, high fever, chills, fatigue, and severe body aches. The disease spread primarily through fleas that infested black rats, which were common in Europe during that time. These fleas would bite the rats and then bite humans, transmitting the bacteria. Efforts to contain the spread of the Black Death were largely futile due to the limited understanding of the disease and its mode of transmission. Quarantine measures were implemented in some areas, and attempts were made to control the rat population, but these measures had limited success. The Black Death had a significant impact on medieval society and led to major social and economic changes. The reduced labor force resulted in increased wages for surviving workers, and the feudal system started to weaken as peasants demanded better conditions. It also led to a questioning of traditional religious beliefs, as people sought explanations for the widespread suffering and death. While the Black Death had a devastating impact in the 14th century, it gradually receded in subsequent years. The Plague's Toll, a tale of survival and sacrifice. Once upon a time in the year 1348, as the Black Death swept across England, a small village named Oakridge found itself in the clutches of this merciless plague. The villagers, filled with fear and uncertainty, were forced to confront the harsh realities of life and death. Our story follows the journey of a brave young woman named Isabella, known for her compassionate heart and unwavering determination. Isabella was the village healer's apprentice, eager to learn and help her fellow villagers in their time of need. She traversed treacherous paths, seeking out wise women and healers rumored to possess secret cures. Along her journey, Isabella encountered diverse characters, each with their own story of loss and resilience. Amidst her struggles, Isabella formed an unlikely friendship with Thomas, a grieving widower who had lost his family to the plague. Together, they forged a bond, finding solace and strength in each other's company. Some villagers resorted to superstitions and blamed innocent individuals for spreading the disease, leading to tension and divisions within the community. Isabella and Thomas, recognizing the importance of unity, took it upon themselves to foster understanding and compassion among the frightened villagers. As the plague's grip tightened, sacrifices had to be made. Alone together, they faced their fears, relying on their resilience and the knowledge Isabella had gathered. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Isabella and Thomas witnessed the devastating toll of the plague, yet their determination to save their village remained unyielding. With their selfless acts of bravery, they inspired others to join them in their fight against the invisible enemy. The plague eventually subsided, leaving scars both physical and emotional. But the village, united by the strength of their community, emerged from the darkness with a newfound appreciation for life and the enduring spirit of humanity. The Plague's Toll, a tale of survival and sacrifice, tells a story of resilience, love, and the power of unity in the face of overwhelming adversity. It serves as a reminder of the indomitable human spirit and the bonds that can be forged even in the darkest of times. The healer's legacy, rebuilding hope amidst the Black Death. In the aftermath of the Black Death's devastation, the village of Oakridge faced the daunting task of rebuilding their lives and finding hope amidst the remnants of tragedy. The scars left by the plague ran deep, both physically and emotionally, but the villagers were determined to reclaim their future. Isabella, the resilient healer's apprentice, became a beacon of hope for Oakridge. She dedicated herself to the arduous task of healing those who survived the plague and providing solace to those who had lost loved ones. Isabella's compassion and knowledge earned her the trust and admiration of the villagers, who saw her as a symbol of resilience and renewal. As the village slowly began to regain its strength, Isabella felt the weight of a responsibility upon her shoulders. Isabella embarked on a quest to bring the villagers together, mending the divisions that had formed during the darkest days. In her search for unity, Isabella discovered an old diary hidden within her mentor's collection of ancient texts. The diary belonged to Agnes, a healer who had lived through a previous outbreak of the plague generations ago. Agnes had faced similar challenges and had chronicled her experiences and the wisdom she had gained in the face of adversity. Inspired by Agnes' words, Isabella organized a series of gatherings in the village square, where she shared the stories and lessons from Agnes' diary. The villagers listened with rapt attention as they heard tales of survival, resilience, and the power of community. With each gathering, the spirit of unity in Oakridge was rekindled. The villagers began to rebuild their lives side by side, understanding the importance of supporting one another through both joy and sorrow. Together, they rebuilt their homes, tended to their lands, and re-established the communal bonds that the plague had threatened to sever. Isabella, now a trusted leader, continued her healing work but also became a guardian of the village's newfound sense of unity. She encouraged the villagers to share their stories, talents, and knowledge, creating a vibrant community that thrived on collaboration and compassion. Years passed, and the scars of the Black Death faded, replaced by the collective memory of resilience and the belief in the power of unity. Oakridge became known as a village that had risen from the ashes, guided by the legacy of healers like Isabella and the wisdom passed down through the generations. The healer's legacy, rebuilding hope amidst the Black Death, is a tale that highlights the importance of community, resilience, and the enduring power of shared knowledge. It reminds us that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can triumph and lay the foundation for a brighter future. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.